Delta 1.
Hey, ¿quién habla?
Mira bien, hijo de tu puta madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu puta gente a la verga. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tus putas partidas. Si no, te voy a partir tu madre a toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificado 30 güeyes. Hasta tus putos perros te voy a matar si no te relajas, güey. ¿Cómo ves?
Ya está, señor, ahorita los bajo.
Oh, no cuelgues, hijo de la verga. Te tengo ubicado en Chacala, güey.
No le estoy colgando, le estoy diciendo, ahorita los bajo.
Póngase bien las pilas, güey. ¿Qué se le cuesta ser amigo, cabrón? ¿Uno no se mete con ustedes para que se pasen de verga?
No, señor, ahorita yo se las bajo.
Pongan, mire, revíremeles a todos los hijos de su puta madre, porque todos agarran dinero y son buenos de puercos.
Sí, es lo que me están
¿Se
diciendo.
me ponen al tiro o tú eres el primero que vas a marchar por ellos, León?
No, señor.
¿Vale?
No, señor, no se trata de eso.
Váyase a la verga, porque aquí los vergazos están al 220, ya se la sabe. Y miedo no hay.
No, señor, no se trata de eso. Ahorita yo lo sabré.
Entonces, si quiere amistad, aquí va a tener un amigazo, cabrón. Si no, a chingar a su madre a la verga.
No, yo sé, señor.
Ya estoy hasta la verga de que no entiendan, loco.
Señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que yo soy amistad.
Pues por eso me extraña, cabrón. Yo te entiendo, güey, pero pues no mames, yo sé que tienes gente y la familia de chingada. Verga, póngase las putas pilas.
Yo lo sé, señor.
No quiero que me apagues este puto teléfono. Después te voy a marcar, güey. A ver si no se relajaron a la verga, ¿eh?
No, ahorita le voy a marcar.
A todos en general, güey. Relájenmelos a la verga, por favor.
Ahorita le voy a marcar de otro número a este número que me está marcando.
No, este ya no le vuelvas a marcar. Yo le marco cuando yo pueda.
Ándale, pues.
Pero no me lo apague porque lo voy a entender como negatividad.
No, señor. Ahorita le mando un mensaje de otro número para que no marque el otro.
Órale, pues, Melón. Ahí les espero eso, que se relajen a la verga.
Sí, señor. Usted me conoce. Usted sabe que hay respeto y hay amistad. Nada más
ya
aquí.
Está, igualmente. De aquí para allá también. Ahí disculpa por las malas palabras.
Aquí los muchachos son los que están allá y ahorita yo se los agrupo.
Ahora pues, ahí le encargo.
Ándale, sí.
Ahí relájenmelos a todos, dígale que va de parte mía.
Claro que sí, señor.
Ya está.
Ándale.
Not good. That is not good.
And something feels off. And I'm not just talking about one specific headline and not just one country, but it feels like the entire chessboard is moving at the same time. And let's just talk about what's going on in Mexico. So Mexico erupts after El Mencho is taken out. You know, the Epstein files suddenly resurface, and we're supposed to believe all this is some random ass timing. So let's slow this down. Mexico, one of the most powerful cartel leaders in the world, gets eliminated, and immediately violence explodes. You know, roads blocked, cities on edge, military deployments, US intelligence involvement. Now, I'm not defending cartels, obviously, but just ask yourself,
what the hell is going on?
Governments understand consequences. They know retaliation would happen, and they know civilians will be caught in the crossfire. So why now? Is it about justice? Is it about optics? Is it about strengthening political positioning? Or is it part of a larger regional power shift? Because historically, the United States has influenced Latin American politics, and that's not conspiracy, that's documented history. So when, United States intelligence is involved in high-level operations, it's really fair to ask questions, not accusations, questions. So let's zoom out. At the same time, Epstein-related documents resurface after years, after silence, after access to the information. And I'm not going to talk about, what was revealed in these documents, but let's just say it's no surprise. But the question is, again, why now? Every time geopolitical tension rises, suddenly domestic, scandal narratives reignite. And maybe that's coincidence, but timing shapes our perception, truly does. And this perception shapes our public emotion.
I don't do emotions.
When people are emotionally charged, they don't analyze, they obviously react. And, while we are reacting to scandal, what's happening overseas? The United States increases their military assets in the Middle East and Iran, such as warships, fighter jets, strategic positioning, all that. Like, we're obviously told that it's defensive and we're told that it's precautionary, but military buildups are never casual. They're signals. So let's talk about how, the real conversation, it's about the battle over the narrative. Again, we talked about that a lot in my podcast, if you guys, would watch the videos that I would make about Israel and Palestine. There's a big battle over the narrative. And that's why, these corporations are buying TikTok and YouTube and Google and all these other outlets that people use to gather their information, which is, no coincidence as well.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
I just feel like power isn't just about weapons anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's about information flow. So let's talk about something that people avoid. And it's about elite policy networks. Here's where I'm going to introduce the book that I bought called Ruled by Secrecy. And it basically connects a lot with what I'm talking about, because it's the hidden history that connects the Freemasons, the Trilateral Commission, and so many other elites. They're the ones who are making our policies. These are the ones who are causing all the wars, World War I, World War II, and the Great Depressions and all this for their beneficial gain. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, about these policy networks, again, I already introduced the Trilateral Commission. The book also talks about the Council of Foreign Relations and even historical institutions like the Freemasonry. And these aren't like secret in the sense that they don't exist. They're public. Politicians, bankers, corporate leaders, they sit in these rooms and they shape global conversations, economic direction and security frameworks, and all this is documented. The question isn't, do they exist? The question is, how much influence do unelected global policy circles have over elected governments? Because when you see synchronized shifts, economic pressure here, military pressure there, military pressure over there, intelligence corporations over there, you have to ask whether decisions are purely national or part of a broader global strategy. And that's not paranoia, that's geopolitical literacy. And now for my believers, people who believe in God and believe in revelations and all that, history truly shows a pattern. When corruption increases, when secrecy deepens, when power concentrates into fewer hands, when the world feels destabilized, spiritually, those are always seasons of major test. Some people jump straight to they're summoning the Antichrist. This is the end times. And we're hearing that a lot. And I'm not here to make that claim, even though it's not far-fetched. But I will say this.
We are fucked.
Moral decay plus concentrated power plus global instability has always preceded massive historical shifts. Whether you call it the Dajjal, which we call it as Muslims, the Antichrist, what the Christians call it, whether you call it systematic corruption, whether you call it empire collapse, the pattern repeats. But here is the most important part. Don't lose your mind. Don't surrender your intellect to either extreme ideologies or extreme circumstances. Not everything is a secret, a cult ritual, and not everything is innocent coincidence. You know what I'm saying? But the mature position that I'm trying to put here is that we need to have awareness. Ask who benefits, why now, why this timing, why this framing? Because even if these events are not centrally coordinated by some hidden console, you know what I'm saying? The overlap truly creates this distraction, this bubble of paranoia. And distraction is really powerful if y'all really think about it, because when you're overwhelmed with chaos in 5 different directions, you stop tracking the big picture, and all I can say, that's the real chess move. And the real battle isn't Mexico. It isn't Epstein. It isn't even Iran. It's perception. It's narrative. And yeah, again, it's psychological positioning. And if you control the narrative, you control the emotional climate of the whole entire world, of millions, if not billions of people. So this podcast here is not to gaslight with what's going on. I'm here to tell you guys to stay sharp, to stay grounded, to stay true to yourself, think critically, read books. Don't rely on these corporations who are feeding you all this junk. We really, really have to take control of our minds again, because everything that we are seeing has been manufactured, years and years in the making by these people in these books that I be reading. I'm just, again, here to tell you guys that everything that is happening right now, everything that is unfolding the timing is just interesting, and that's all I can say. But I just want you guys to remember that, this power that I'm talking about thrives in our confusion. So don't give it your mind, because if you give it your mind, It has everything that it wants, and then it can go fulfill its prophecies. So that's just my take on everything that's going on. Thank y'all so much for being here, and stay blessed.